What's up, family? Welcome to Willie D Live. If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the US, let me know what country you're representing. Let me know, family. Smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes, put it in their face, share the video, comment. I need to know what you think about this. Also, if you want to skip the line, jump into the super chat. You know, how you skip line when you was at lunch at school, you skip the line, you know, and that way you make sure your comments go noticed. Now, I covered this story on my IG, and this story was very disturbing to me because you got a woman who is clearly being abusive to this man, and people are laughing. I mean, just laughing up a storm. And I'm trying to figure out what the hell is so funny, because in my book, abuse is abuse. Domestic violence is domestic violence. It doesn't matter who the aggressor is. Someone actually sent this to me and I clicked on it not knowing what to expect. When I saw it was a fight, I knew I wasn't going to post it, but I was compelled to actually post this one because I saw a story in this. A lot of these fights you see all the time, like I'm really not interested in posting fight videos because it's just a bunch of ignorance. And this is a bunch of ignorance also, but this ignorance comes more so from the viewers, the people who liked the video, who shared the video because they got a kick out of it, not because they was disturbed by it and they wanted to put the message out that this wasn't okay. They were sharing the video and liking it and just laughing up a storm because the woman knocked the dude out. Now, obviously, you don't see a lot of fight videos where women are knocking men. Well, that's changing now. That's changing now. Some of these women, you know, they are swinging on men and they knocking men out. Now, here's the thing. This woman is clearly stronger than this dude. And I don't know if the dude was drunk or what. He seemed to be drunk because, you know, even the way he turned, his whole disposition, he seemed to be drunk before she punched him. And if you look at this woman, she ain't no regular woman. She looked like she used to actually box because she had perfect form and she actually leaned into the punch when she threw it. So I bet you if you check her background, she got some kind of boxing background. In any event, ain't nothing impressive about what she did, because a bully is a bully. She could not do that to a man who was her size, who was equally skilled. It wouldn't have happened. If anything, he probably would have took a punch and he would have retaliated and beat her head in. Now, if this dude who she punched on would have retaliated and picked up a hammer and bust her in the head and broke through her skull, then everybody would say that the man was wrong. I don't believe in the concept of under no circumstances do you put your hands on a woman. Every human being has a basic right to defend themselves. Now, I'm not saying if you have a situation where, you know, your little 100-pound woman slaps you or pushes you and you know you can pick up and throw across the room, you do that. You know, I'm saying within reason you defend yourself. You know, you eliminate the threat, you know, within reason. You know, you don't go overboard. If a woman slap you, you pull out a gun and shoot her in the head. But having said that, when you violate someone, you can't control how that person chooses to react. Remember, a person is acting out of anger. A person is retaliating for what they deem to be a wrongdoing. So you can't control that. That's why I tell the women in my family, stay out of men's faces. Get out of their face. Don't get in their face. Don't put your hands on a man. Follow those simple rules. And if it go down, I ain't got no problem doing what I got to do. You see? But there is a such thing as somebody actually instigating a fight, instigating confrontation. We don't know what happened between these two. Y'all can click on the link in the description to watch the video. It's very short. You can watch it while you're checking me out. It's like a 15, 20 second clip. But the woman swings on the man, and it's people in the background cheering her on. They're laughing, just laughing up a storm, cheering her on, like, oh, get ah, just everything is funny. Reverse the roles. And it's the man gave the woman a two-piece. Now, is it so funny now? Are the people in the background going, oh, well, some of these fools would be still saying, ooh, ah. They still be filming. But I'm talking to the masses, the ones who are out there listening, watching the video and egging it on, like egging the ignorance on, laughing at this man being assaulted. The man, she knocked the man out. The man could have bumped his head and died. I'm wondering, would that have been funny? Well, some of these fools out here, it would have been funny, because it is some really deranged people in this world. And even after I posted it on Instagram, what I thought about it, and the majority of people actually agreed that, yeah, there's something disturbing about this, you still had a few clowns. Yeah, man, but that was funny, which I'm sure we'll invariably have in my comment section on this video. Yeah, but she was strong. She did look like Iron Mike on that, you know, like ain't nothing funny about it at all to me. Ain't nothing entertaining about this at all to me. And if women are serious about really getting, being respected and really, really serious about equality, whereas some of these double standards exist, they're gonna have to be serious about not appreciating a woman swinging on a man also. You can't just be serious about domestic violence when it happens to a woman. You gotta be serious about domestic violence when it happens to a woman, a man, a girl, or a boy. You gotta be serious and you gotta be consistent. American society is a very sick, hypocritical, inconsistent society. People tend to go with what they want to go with based on what serves them, based on their emotional needs. They don't do any critical thinking. They don't care about being hypocritical. It's like the many people who read the Bible. They listen to the Bible, they read the Bible, and they'll quote the Bible all day long, all day long, all day long. The moment that they get called on something that's inconsistent with those Bible views, they'll be like, well, ain't nobody perfect. Well, you know, we all sin and fall short of the glory of God. Well, you know, I'm just a man. You know, well, you know, they got every excuse in the book. God say love everybody. God say come as you are. They got every excuse in the book. They would take that Bible and use it on everybody. Use it against everybody. Judge everybody. And the moment they're judged, they have a mental breakdown. This society is way too hypocritical. Everybody needs to keep their hands to themselves. Everybody. Ain't one soul on this planet more important than the next. Well, let me put an addendum to that. Besides the ones who are unfit to walk among the civilized, because there are some out there. You got a bunch of those out there. We got a bunch of real crazies out there that needs to be put away. They cannot function in a civilized society. And many of them actually wear a badge and a gun and put on a uniform. Many of them are sitting in Congress. Many of them are holding seats in your municipal courts. This is the truth. Now, I know some of you are probably new to the channel and you're not used to the truth. You're not used to hearing somebody being straightforward. But I ain't got nothing for you over here but some truth and pain. Pick the one you want. Let me get over here and see what you guys are saying in the chat. Okay. Raztaz Reality says nothing. He just made a donation. Appreciate you, Raztaz. Kevin Thomas, what's up, man? Welcome to the channel. Y'all welcome the new member, Kevin Thomas, to level 1. New member of the Willie D Live channel. Click that button, family. I got to click that button in the details if you want to join and become a member of the channel. What's up, Samantha Williams? Another one of my faithful members. I see you, Deshaun. Fly City on deck, repping Flint Town. All right. Let's see. Port Arthur, Texas. Home of the pimp and the bun. You dig? Royalty Simpson, what's up? I like that. A member welcoming a new member to the channel. That's what's up. We all in this together. Jason Jackson says, my mama told me if they're big enough to throw a punch, I hope they're big enough to take one. You got to be prepared for that. You put your hands on somebody, you can't determine how they're going to respond. Kevin Levere, appreciate you. 5, that's what's up. That's what's up. New member, Denise. Is that Opuna? Denise Opuna. Is it Opuna or Puna? Puny. No, it's Puni. Opuni. That's what it is, I bet you. Welcome to level 1, Denise. Y'all welcome Denise to the channel as a new member. Who is that? Who is that? Freddie White in the super chat. Respect, OG. Absolutely. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Freddie. Jacob C, family. Welcome, Jacob C to the family. Level 1, Jacob C. That's what's up. What's up, Mia Alexander? Louisiana in the building. If you're just not tuning in, we're talking about a viral video in which a woman knocks a man out. It's hard to tell what the dispute was about, but she made the comments that the guy broke her heart. She said, you broke my heart. And then she took off on him, you know, hit him with a 2-piece and knocked the dude out. And then he got up and she was like coming at him again. She like, and the reason why she was pumped, so pumped, one of the reasons why she was so pumped is that she had people in the background egging her on. They're laughing and just joking it up. But I'll say it again, what if that man would have got up and bust her in the head with a hammer? Would that have been funny? That's what I want to know. Again, if you put your hands on somebody, you can't dictate how they're going to respond or how they should respond. You ain't got no control over that. That is why it's very important to keep your hands to yourself. I've seen women put their hands on men. I've seen some women get up in men's faces and boom, knocked out cold. Look it up, Google it. All you gotta do is just Google woman gets knocked out by men. And it ain't one particular color of people, it's all kinds of people. I've seen women swing on men and get knocked out cold. This dude didn't swing on this woman, at least in the video that we saw, in the clip that we saw. The dude didn't swing on the woman. Didn't even look like he was in condition to swing on anybody. And even if he was in the condition to swing on somebody, it probably would have landed like cotton because the dude just appeared to be so fragile. This is clearly abuse. And this woman should not be applauded. She should be jailed. Family, welcome, who is that? Roger Maslin to level 1. What's up, Raj? Samantha Williams in the building. I see you, Samantha. Appreciate you. Samantha says she's my #1 fan. Salute. Salute. I like that, man. I like, everybody like to feel appreciated. You know what I mean? I like that. I respect that. I appreciate it. Yeah, so this, what was it? 55 says, I remember that time the bus driver uppercut the chick on the bus years ago for spitting on him. Yeah. Dude uppercut the chick. It's like, it's one of those situations where it's sad to see something like that, but damn, what you expect if you spit on somebody? Like I really do believe if women want that respect and that protection that men are capable of giving, I think it's important to allow that respect and protection to manifest by, not jumping out there trying to, challenge men in a fight, trying to fight on men and hit on men and spitting on folks and all of that type of stuff. It's going to be hard for somebody to intervene, even a man that wants to protect you. It's going to be hard for a man to intervene when he just saw you spit on another man. Like, you just ain't gonna be able to spit on me and get away with it. I'm just telling you. I don't care if it's a 4-year-old kid. You ain't gonna just be able to spit on me and get away. That's why it's important, man. People need to keep their hands to themselves. And some of these, it's really bad. Like when you go to the clubs, I've seen it, especially in the clubs. But you know something? What's crazy is that some of these clubs that you go to, like some of these bars you go to, and some of these women, they get so drunk and they just be cussing everybody. And even when you're trying to help them, they get belligerent. And, they'll swing on a dude. The problem is that now, you don't know if this is the kind of guy who's been taught to not put your hands on a woman are the type of dude who has a history of putting his hands on women. If he's the kind of dude, you don't know this dude. And if he's the kind of cat who has a history of putting his hands on a woman, you could end up dead. Because these type of dudes are savages. Dudes that's got a history of putting their hands on women, they're savages. So if you put your hands on one of them, all they needed was an excuse to justify taking off on you. Nakia Kelby, welcome Nakia Shelby to level 1. New member of the channel. Nakia, appreciate you. The trip part about it is it's sad that we're still here and having these type of conversations. This stuff should be common sense. Spitting on someone is one of the lowest things that you could do to a person. You may as well shoot me. If you spit on me, you may as well have shot me. I got spit on one time. A dude spit on me in the hood, an older dude. At the time, I think I was like 17. This dude was like 27. He spit on me and I beat the living brakes off his ass. I did him bad. We were at the park, at the rec. And, he was a bully. This type of dude, just a bully. And we actually had gotten into a fight maybe a couple weeks before. So I seen him at the rec and he saw, he walks up to me and like just spit on me. He probably ain't never spit again since. Not just spitting on somebody. He probably don't even know how to spit anymore. I beat the brakes off his ass. I took his head and I smashed it in the concrete, on the concrete floor and everything. I did him real bad. I drug him. That is very, very disrespectful and nasty, not to mention dangerous. Man. Like somebody spit on you is like, damn, like somebody kicking you. Like it's worse than somebody kicking you. It's worse than getting kicked. Get spit on. Oh man. Oh yeah, I made him read these Nikes. Julia White says, I don't blame her. You don't blame her. Who is her? Are you talking about the woman in the video? Because if you are, why is it that you don't blame her? Because you don't know the context. Like, and does the context really matter, right? From what we saw a man and a woman just standing and a woman talking, and then she just taking off on the man. Do you really need context? Do we really need context to say that that was wrong what she did? If you reverse the roles, is anybody sitting up there saying, well, what, depending on what did she do? It don't matter what she did. Unless you're being attacked, unless your life is in danger, you ain't got no right to be putting your hands on people, man. Bottom line. And when you do it also, you put yourself at risk. You put yourself at risk to go to jail. You put yourself at risk for the clapback. You know what you're going to do, but you don't know what the person who you violated is going to do. That dude is now watching people all over the world chime in on his private life and that L he took. You know he's going to be teased in his neighborhood, in his family. What if one day that dude is just, you know, after hearing all of that stuff and they'll probably end up still being together because they're an older couple. They probably been fighting for a long time. But what if that dude is just sitting up in the chair one day and the woman walk in, she walk in the room and say, I just turned the AC down because it's too damn cold in here. And the dude just snapped and started stabbing her to death. It wasn't about the AC. It was about dude getting dragged for getting knocked out, being antagonized, being made fun of. There's a many people who can't take that. I know in Fifth Ward, where I'm from, you got to be real careful you put your hands on somebody, because dudes from Fifth Ward, it's hard to convince them that you can actually beat them fighting. They will, even if they lose, they get done bad, they're going to come back. 9 times out of 10, they're coming back. Yeah, 9 times out of 10, they will come back and put something on you. You get into a fight at the park, you win, you better get out of there. Better not stay there and play another basketball game, because by the time before that basketball game is over, it might be all over you. I've seen that happen. I'm speaking from experience. It's what it looks like. And look at the dude in the background. Look at him. Egging it on. Yeah. Get back over here to the chat. Who is that? Serena Santiago? What's up, Serena? Welcome back. Good evening. I just got off work and just got online. Can you tell me what's going on? Yeah, so we're talking about this guy who got knocked out by a woman. I'm assuming he was in a relationship with this woman, because before she knocked him out, she gave him a toothpick, hit him, boom, boom. Before she knocked him out, she said, "You broke my heart." And in the background is people cheering her on. They're egging her on, like laughing, just pumping her up. And I mean, she come at dude like a savage. And so a lot of people online was laughing about this and sharing the video, not criticizing the video, not criticizing the woman's actions, but actually applauding her actions. And my point is that this domestic abuse goes both ways. It's not exclusive to women. The victims are not exclusively women. There are male victims of domestic abuse, and there are men who are victims, and there are women who are victims, and there are boys and girls who are victims of domestic abuse. And all offenders need to be checked. All violators need to be checked. Not just men, but all violators. this is the type of woman that this woman is. Imagine what kind of abuse that she's probably levied toward her own children. So the point being is that ain't nothing funny about domestic abuse. People get killed every day, you know, in relation to domestic abuse. Ray Collins, I see you. Royalty Simpson says, bullies get no love over here. Exactly. No love. Kenny Ray says, I totally agree with you, brother, that all violators need to be checked. Thank you for the summary. Absolutely. And you can click on the link in the description and watch the video. Right under the video, there's a link right there. You can check the video out. It's about 15 seconds. You don't even have to leave. King Judah says they laughing because that was her family and they would have stomped him out if he would have defended himself. Well, how do you know what the relationship was? Maybe that's his family also. But also, you know, everybody ain't gonna just get stomped out and accept it, especially when you're in the wrong. You know, a lot of times people can take a loss when they feel like they were the instigator. They feel like they brought it upon themselves. They can take a loss. But if you violate somebody, you bullying somebody that's minding their own business, in that person's mind, that's a person that's like, man, I ain't messing with nobody. I ain't messing with nobody, man. He come over here messing with me. Man, people will kill you. This is, man, it's a lot of people in the ground right now. We're walking on them right now because they underestimated what the next person was going to do. They knew what they was going to do, but they ain't know what the next person was going to do. So let's say you do stomp the dude out. Next thing you know, boom. I seen that happen. I seen that happen many times. I've seen it many times where a person was in the wrong and they went after somebody who was minding their own business, picking on somebody, bullying somebody, and bullying them because they felt like they had the power. Bullied them. Next thing you know, their ass got a funeral the following week. In that casket. See, they knew what they was gonna do, but they did not know what the person that they were about to violate was going to do. You gotta, anytime you get involved in conflict, you always gotta think about what's the worst thing that could happen. The worst thing that could happen is that you land up in a mortuary and they're cutting a wire in your chest. You know? Well, actually, they do that at the coroner's office. But land up in the coroner's office and they're cutting a wire in your chest, or you land up in the mortuary and they're draining your blood so that they can pump some embalming fluid in you. Now, that's the worst thing that could happen. Imagine all of these people who went to the nightclub to party, drink, fight. Many times dudes go to club and they in these packs, and they know what they're gonna do. They got the boys with them. They ready to fight. They ready. They aggravated, so they ready. You go in there and mess around and get into it with somebody. It might be one dude that's all by himself, or he got his partner with him, and you got 10 dudes. Y'all deep. It's 10 of y'all. It's 6 of y'all. Y'all deep. It's 20 of y'all. Y'all deep. Y'all thinking, oh, we just gonna punish these fools. Next thing you know, boom, over. Seen that happen a whole lot of times. It ain't no game, man. It ain't no game out here. A woman like that, I'm sure she's been violent for a long time, I bet you. No, you say so the man was the one in the wrong. He deserved that. No, we didn't say the man was in the wrong. We don't know what happened. We don't know what transpired before that, but does it matter? It don't matter. It shouldn't matter. Reverse the roles. If the woman was standing there talking to a man and the man was saying, well, you broke my heart and boo boo and knocked her out, how many of you are saying, well, what happened before that? It don't really damn matter. It don't matter. Obviously, whatever happened, the dude could have walked away. Whatever happened, this woman could have walked away. She wasn't being restrained. She didn't have a gun to her head. She wasn't being threatened. She had a choice to walk away from that situation, and she chose to put her hands on that man. We got to get some consistency, man. You can't be hypocrites about stuff like this. Again, this woman was a bully, man. This dude didn't look like he was capable of defending himself against a 5-year-old. The dude did not look like he was capable of defending himself. The woman picked on the dude because she knew she could handle him. She knew that she could do that and perhaps nothing would happen. That's why she did it. She's a bully. She's a classic bully. Just like any other bully, she's a bully. Epic 7 says, my late grandfather's sister used to bully her men. She tried that with the last one, slapping him. He picked her up and threw her down the stairs, killing her. This type of stuff happens all the time. People just be thinking about what they're gonna do. They never think about what somebody else is going to do to them. They're always thinking about what they're gonna do. This is why I mind my own business. I tend to mind my own business and I don't mess with nobody. Because I know if somebody mess with me, it's gonna be on. And messing with somebody who don't mess with nobody is the worst type of person to mess with, because that's a person who's thinking. That's a person who's probably sitting back going like, yeah, if they do this though, man, I'm going all the way out. People see a bully coming from a mile away. Bullies are loud, usually they're loud, and their reputation precedes them. But oftentimes, that quiet person, you don't know what that person is capable of doing. But they know what you're capable of doing, and they've already mapped out how they're going to respond if you try them. People don't understand that. Jeff Simpson says, Mama always said, don't mess with folks that's not messing with you. Chris Hunter, I see you. What's up, Corey Porter? V Special Smooth. What it do? I see you, Ray Collins. DJ Styles. Ebony Love. Tyra Marie. Crystal says, yeah, some women act hard like men and really act more masculine than feminine. Balance is thrown off. Yeah, Melee Bryce says he looks like Uncle Woody from Sanford and Son, drunk and laid back. I guess you're drunk and too laid back to fight. She knew he was soft. It was exactly. You know, he's just a bully, man, picking on folks that they know they can whoop. Bully. You know, a woman beating up a man that she knows she's stronger than, that she can beat up, ain't no different than a woman beating on a boy that she knows she's stronger than, that she knows she can beat. You know, it's no different from a woman beating on a 5-year-old boy or a 10-year-old boy that she knows she's stronger than, she knows she can throw around. There's no difference. And there are some 10-year-old, 12-year-old boys who where there are some men who don't have any more strength than a 10-year-old or a 12-year-old boy would have. Or even an 8-year-old boy would have. Let's put it like that. So this is textbook bullying. She needs to be in jail. Number says, because however it happened, she free it that she had the strength to take him out on. And I look at it, the fact that some women are becoming masculine. You know, man, if y'all write these your sentences out and check your spelling, it'll make it easier for me to read it. I know sometimes you can't help it because sometimes I type stuff and I have to go back and check it. But probably check it before you hit that send. Would help me out a lot. Huh. Who's it? Conv5 says, she seemed drunk and she been sucker punching people for a long time. Huh. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Melee Bryce says she is the reason brothers date white women. That ain't the reason. She ain't the reason brothers date white women, man. Come on, dog. That ain't the reason. Brothers date white women for different reasons. Some date them because they They genuinely do love them. Some date them because they, they think that white is right. They think that white woman ice is colder than the black woman's ice. Some of them are self-hating. Start with C, rhymes with moons. People date certain different people for different reasons, bro. Like, she ain't the reason. I mean, because every black woman ain't walking around knocking men out. So why would she be the reason? Doesn't make sense, bro. All right, family. So that's it. Hey, family, I guess the takeaway from here is keep your hands to yourself unless you're defending yourself. That woman needs to be locked up. I suspect the dude and her are still together because they just appear to be one of those type of couples that can't get away from each other. For whatever reason, they can't get away from each other. But I hope dude is all right, and I hope he get himself out of that situation. I think that people can do better than what they think they can do oftentimes. And I know for a fact, it's got to be a better woman out there for that dude than the one that he was with. She said he broke her heart. I don't think so. I think in order to have a broken heart, you got to have a heart to start with. No more talk.